Hello, everybody. I forgot 4 cyberspace stages while editing, so now they're here. Big news. The day after we recorded the first 3 parts, an update came out that fixed all the things we spent the last few weeks bitching about, so that's pretty cool. Hi, everybody. Hi.
I'm sorry, mostly. At this point, the Switch version still hasn't fixed the time, like the nice. The Switch version still hasn't fixed the lag, the button lag, so that's still annoying. But yeah, they fixed mostly everything. So
Knuckles is good now, ish at least.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
Knuckles isn't Batman anymore.
I just wanted to show a little bit of the issue I had since this part's shorter anyway. Isn't it great? Don't you have trust in my ability to play Sonic games?
I do. Where is the death counter?
You know, it's in the fan highlights of this that'll go up in like 8 years.
Oh, cool. Oh, man, that would be like... What if you had a death counter, but you never showed any of the deaths? So it's like, oh, you know, it's
You have to guess, yeah.
That's what I want.
Just take my word for it.
I swear, I didn't die any for this level, but I did die 27 times on this one.
I've never seen this level before.
It's
Yeah, I don't.
It's all right.
I don't recognize this bomb thing.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Oh, there's clocks. That's good.
yes, yeah. There are lengtheners, if you will.
Oh, I've heard.
I don't know why I chose that word.
Yeah, that makes me think of something else.
Look, I was going to say artificial lengthener, like a sweetener. I don't know. I am frazzled because to date this, there's another Sonic update today. I don't know what it did.
Oh, right.
Because, you know, as fun as the stage is, I mean, look at me. I can't even get the Moonstar rings.
Oh, no. Where's the clock? Huh, never mind.
There was no clock. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's right. We are recording this on the day that Sonic Superstars released a patch that contains
Something? It was 5 gigs, so I was like, oh my god, what if they added like a new game stuff? And I played through real quick before we started, and everything was exactly the same. So comments, tell us.
Oh no, you missed the one.
Be our patch notes for us. What did we miss?
Right, if somebody
anyway.
could put all the patch notes in the comments, appreciate that. In fact, if you could like put the last 10 years worth of Sonic the Hedgehog patch notes in the comments, I'd appreciate that.
Oh no. No, that includes like Sonic Force's speed battle.
Oh god.
Someone would have to laboriously document like, okay, well, this is when Witch Rouge was added to the game in 2019.
Okay, how about just mainline Sonic titles?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little more reasonable.
Okay.
If someone doesn't go to the comments and do that, then they're cringe.
Right, I'm hoping every comment does mention a patch note. That's how we know you watched it.
That's so sad.
I mean, I know we do get comments. We do read them. Sometimes we respond to them. But the only way that,
Yes.
like, so you know that we're listening to you, but how do we know that you're listening to us? Aside from the fact that, you know. I mean,
I do read every single comment that is left on our videos, so I can at least say that.
Same.
Sometimes people make me wonder why, but I do it. So
I've listened to, I've read, I think I read most of them. Unless I forget that we've uploaded something.
hey,
You mean you don't have the notifications turned on?
David, you're a bad model.
Uh-oh. Right. Remember to hit subscribe and ring that
Are-
bell.
David, are
I don't
you
have my bell
PS1
ring.
quality? Are you a PS1 quality David model?
Uh-oh. I never got a PS1. I was a Sega boy.
Are you a Sega Saturn quality David model?
Yeah. That's because the Sega Saturn is one of the greatest consoles ever created.
So that's the issue. I see.
Dark Tales, let's go.
I think this is a Radical Highway take, right? Like the bridge, and here's the part with the 2 roads up there.
Oh.
I'm skipping all of it, so whatever.
Oh, okay.
I
I see
guess.
it.
Yeah.
Kind of, right?
You are beating Dark Tales right now.
Yeah. I'm always a little conflicted on these spin dash over everything stages because I'm like, man, it feels really fun, but it's also like, I don't know what that says about the level design that I'd rather just fly over all of them.
Well, it seems to be the only way to beat him in the race, anyway.
Yeah, and then the fact that you have the other 3 missions where you have to go on the bottom paths to do it, it's like they give you variety.
Oh, you got Ness.
True. Whoa.
You've done it.
I'd be scared to try
Whoa.
these
What?
stages without the spin dash.
Whoa.
What's this?
Second.
Oh, did you guys not get to the speedometer stage?
No.
Whoa.
Yeah, I only played like 2 or 3 of these cyberspace stages.
Oh,
I think
guys. Whoa.
I have seen it. I forgot it existed though. Oh, there's Top. I heard
It's very
I
strange.
heard
Top
Top-
Gear?
I heard Top's going to the moon.
Oh, yes, the Dear Moon project funded by SpaceX with Steve Aoki of Sonic the Hedgehog fame. Yes, of course.
That's right.
Wow, we got to that sooner than I thought we would.
I forgot it would say Top. That's right. Because we were doing a little
Boy,
research.
There's a low percent. I think I'm gonna have to just link that guy in the comments just so someone know what the hell you're talking about. There's a guy named Top. He's going to space with Elon Musk's SpaceX
Right, but he's not going to
with
space.
Steve Aoki.
Right, he's going with Steve Aoki, but he's not going with Elon Musk. Elon's not going to the moon.
Right. You know.
Right, even though they're not really going to the moon, they're just going around the moon. They're not.
Well, look, it's happening before the end of 2023, so they'll be there any day.
Right,
There's an interview with Ringo Starr.
right, because
Look,
he's already on the moon. He's.
every time we sit down to record an FTCR thing, we get into a tangent of some kind right before it.
Mhm.
This week's it just happened to be this, so
That's
sorry
yeah.
to everyone watching.
Right. we let them in to be like, oh, we had a really great conversation we didn't record. We thought it was funny. Now we'll reference it. And you just have to take our word for it that it was funny and worth bringing up in the recorded part.
When was the last time you guys rescued all animals and finished?
I haven't rescued all the animals. I don't think I've finished one with all 3. I feel maybe
Yeah,
I
same
found
either.
one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I found Pocky. That's it.
Guys, I thought this channel was the Sonic fan channel. What are we doing?
Oh, those are hard. They're hard.
I did expert mode in Shadow, and I got almost everything in Unleashed. It's like, but also I haven't gotten everything in SA2 or SA1. So it's like,
Wait.
you never know. Sometimes you just you feel compelled to complete one thing, but not other games.
What?
And again, you play this game on Switch, so I'm inclined to forgive you.
That too, yeah. I still haven't picked. I rented the PS5 version, so I haven't picked it up. So I pretty much just played through the first couple islands when I rented, just to be all like, how does it look on PS5? And I'm like, yeah, this looks much better. I was like, holy shit! Like, playing it in 60 frames per second, I'm like, holy shit, this frame rate. I'm not prepared for this.
Too many frames. Wait.
I'm hearing some reactions to the stage. It looks really fun, doesn't it?
I'm
The
not sure.
stage is fun.
Oh. There's a lot of empty space underneath you that you could fall into and die.
Yeah.
That's
I
good
spent
level
like 50
design.
minutes on the stage.
Whoa.
That's too many minutes.
Yeah. I just kept having things happening, and it's like, you know when you just need to step away from something, but you don't, so you just keep failing at it, and you just make yourself miserable, right?
Right.
I was having that moment with the
YouTube
stage
comment
where I was like,
section.
If you've
Right.
beaten this level with all the animals, comment after your citation of patch notes.
I'm gonna feel so bad when people actually do that. It's like, look, guys, I googled a patch note. Here it is.
Oh.
It's the Sonic Lost World 3DS update released to fix stability.
Oh.
I don't think that's a thing.
We've
at all
squashed
these
some bugs.
SUVs.
There's a.
There's
Yeah.
so many.
I like.
Car stage.
I like that. I like the SUV
Whoa.
one.
Every Sonic patch note explained.
Whoa,
Oh God,
that's a long video. That would be right.
that feels like a stream we would do, and then it would end, and we'd sit there in silence and be like, "Well, see you guys in a month."
That's right. We do need ideas for streams.
Look at all these. Yeah, look at all these realistic ass cars.
This is a goofy stage.
Do you
Reminds me of
want?
like something you'd see in Yakuza.
Oh, there's also like way lower gravity here randomly. If you haven't played the stage,
This level's
that's
fun,
what's
too.
going on. Yeah.
Oh, you're skipping all the cars.
Oh, there's more.
Isn't there like
Oh, God.
a
Wait.
goal of like not destroying any cars?
Is there?
I don't remember.
I guess we'll find out in a second.
Yeah, at the end.
Whoa, you've done it. Whoa.
You skipped the penguin.
Oh no.
That's fine. He can stay
Oh
here.
God! Look at all these cars.
You skipped.
He's a no
You
threat.
skipped
Trip.
Pingu.
Whoa.
This is one especially where I'd love some insight from the development team, because I'm just like, who was like, yeah, let's stack them all up all over this stage and also lower the gravity. Like, I like it. Just what was the thought process?
What were they thinking?
What were they thinking?
I'm interested to see how this level runs on Switch. This many objects on screen.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't played this level, so I don't know.
it probably doesn't.
Yeah, this
You know,
this is like
PS1 models.
this is like someone's like car fever. Like this is like someone's fever dream. Like you're running through a palace of some guy who like owns some guy who's like the owner of Subaru or Ford or something.
There's the place of worship right there in the center.
Right. Man. Rest.
No, you can destroy cars. You're safe.
Reach the hitting goal.
Oh, the time has
All right.
come. Okay.
The final battle.
It's plot time now.
I forgot. I
Okay.
forgot that's
Strap
why
in.
we're here. There he is.
Hey, nice of you to catch up.
Were you successful?
No.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Unfortunately, your friends aren't handling their cyber corruption nearly as well.
Not my problem.
They're dying.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Now I can watch. Whoa. They look like labored, but they don't look like
You guys are
that
the
bad.
best. What does that make?
Then again, I guess we pretty quickly forget about that as an issue here, don't we?
Right. Well, right, because they completely changed the structure of the ending. I guess they're like, oh, well, what do we do with cyber corruption stuff? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Out of time.
It's
I
fine.
command you to save us.
Those were some nice
We'll just have
trees.
Sonic.
What?
It is. They do come off like JPEGs. Yeah.
Here, take it. Oh, they're happy. They're sad.
Soup.
Me after I had my first plate of oatmeal.
Plate!
What?
Oh, he's jealous.
How dare you look? He is upset. He is upset that she looked at the glowing hedgehog flying away.
He's very jealous, right? He's like, no, you should only be looking at me.
You can look at
Sniper.
me, look at
It's this
Sonic.
guy again.
Well, there was that Super Eggman recently, so maybe he's like, it should have been me.
Right. He's he changed his
Oh yeah,
mind.
the boss. Oh yeah, this is the boss where you can be like stuck, like you can be accidentally soft lock if you don't like time a certain move at a certain time.
Pretty cool.
You're punching him in the face.
Oh, I should also mention this. Everything from here on out was technically recorded on a new patch, so there's new patch footage.
Yo.
And then I switched it to hard just because
Oh damn!
was
Your
too
attack.
easy
Yeah,
on normal.
I was like, damn,
But
your
even
the
then-
attack that was fast.
Yeah. Wow.
Even on hard, max stats, he just folds like paper.
Wow.
Something I didn't think about, by the way, to cut you off. And I watched a Game Apologist Sonic Frontiers story video just to have on in the background, right? And what he pointed out that I never noticed, this big wing cutscene happens and then they're just immediately gone.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Why does that happen? Why does that happen?
They forgot.
They forgot.
They forgot there were wings. They added that. That was last minute. Kishimoto was like, "Oh man, wouldn't it be metal if he had wings?" And they're like, "But we've already." He's like, "No." They didn't.
Oh yeah,
No, just
this is
put
the
it in.
this is the part I'm thinking of. You have to destroy his little things in the side first, or else then he'll just keep smacking you back, and you can't deal the final hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yes.
if you go up to try to attack, if you go up to
Yeah.
try to attack him, he'll smack you. He'll smack you away, and it won't work. Yeah, it'll just blast you away. You have to destroy those. Yeah, they don't really make it clear that you're supposed to destroy those laser things.
Right. Like, I guess that cutscene is supposed to tell you, but it's not what I got from it at all.
No.
There you go.
Yeah, you're supposed to destroy it. Then he pulls out the gun, and then you can. You're here
New frontiers. Oh, look at that, Sonic.
together.
All right, guys, that was the new final boss.
Wow.
See you next week for the Sonic Superstars playthrough.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, he's sad.
Oh. It's in this moment you think, I wonder if machines really do have feeling.
Right. A lot of media has discussed that.
I now know why you cry.
Oh.
Why me?
He's like, yeah, okay.
Bow before your new god.
Me when I threw up the plate of oatmeal.
Right. One thing they remove, which it feels like they shouldn't, is Sonic going, wait, was that it? Because same
The
thing.
moon.
Wait.
Be weirdly fitting here.
It would.
Oh.
Like forces.
Oh.
Before the update hit and they were promoting it, I thought this was going to be a little more Majora's Masky than it was. I was like, oh, what if you had to keep kicking the moon back out, right? Before it hit the island? But I guess that wouldn't have been that much of a threat. It would just hurt the island.
Right, Sonic's super. You could push it. Right.
So, what did we all think of the new final boss?
Oh.
It was okay.
Once we
It was
understood.
all right once I figured out that it was like, oh, in order to beat it, you need to do a technique that you never had to do before in the game. So that that kind of stumped me of being all like, oh, I'm just kind of smacking him and nothing's really happening.
Right.
Yeah,
Out of all the
the fact
times Sonic
that
Friends,
that you have to I knew you had to target the ends thing in order to do damage from him, but I couldn't figure out how to do it because I tried to go punch it just go to the head, and then it's like, oh no, you got to press the R1 equivalent button, and that hits the thing, and then it'll that's how you target and attack it, and it's like, oh, I've never had to do that in the rest of the game.
right. Like, out of all the times Sonic Friends have talked to you during final boss fights, it would have been kind of useful here. First one of them would be like, hey, push the shoulder button, idiot. And you'd be like, oh, okay.
His eyes are blue.
I don't know.
Oh, it's
Hey.
it's not Hypersonic.
No, it's
Oh.
what's the official name? Is it just
Supersonic 2.
Supersonic 2.
Starfall? Super Starfall?
Starfall.
Super Starfall.
Yeah, Starfall Super
Starfall Super. Oh, look at him. He's all. But there's no stars that fall during this. A moon does.
I mean, it is really cool. Like every time he just smacks his hand away, or when he later does the snap, it's like, yeah, that's really cool. Genuinely love that.
Whoa!
Damn, what?
He dead.
What?
I killed it, guys.
You did?
You're welcome.
Wow, this update really nerfed him.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Oh, he did the snap. Wow, he's just like, oh, he's
Yeah, just
goofing.
crushing him in between the two. Like basically, he like he basically creates like 3 versions of himself and then like squishes him. It's like okay, that's it does what these bosses do. Of just the spectacle is genuinely great, even if some of the like the fact that you got to go to a certain point of his body and then you got to quick psi loop, but
Oh,
again,
there,
the game
you finally did it.
never tells you you're supposed to quick. The game never tells you you're supposed to quick psi loop here. So yeah, so I'm just kind of punching him, and being like, "What do I do? How do I
The
do
issue
this?"
I'm having here specifically is that I wanted to get the quick side loop double snap thing in, right? But you takes damage so easily now that I used my quick side loop there because there's nowhere else to get away with it. And then I had to try and build it back up to actually progress the fight.
Oh. Whoops.
Yeah. Because I tried this like 6 different times to get the quick side loop snap thing in later, but I just kept killing him. I was like, well, I guess I'll do it at the start. I don't know. They may have went a little too far in some places with the new patch.
That's what happens. Everyone complained. They're like, hold on.
Hold on, undo everything.
Come on.
Something's too hard, let's just make it way too easy instead. Because the new island bosses parameters as well, they fold like paper now. It's a little too far in the other direction maybe, but I guess I am maxed out. Not sure where I fall on that one.
Oh.
Yeah, I should try going back to it, starting it from a fresh file to see how it goes. Because yeah, all my characters are maxed out, so it doesn't really matter. Oh man, Sage has superpowers. She has super shield powers.
Alright. Oh, and there's Sonic's
so do
friends. They're like, we'll help.
We'll do something.
Weren't we dealing with cyber corruption or something? Oh, whatever.
Don't worry about it. They're fine.
Amy, weren't you like on the brink of death? Ah.
Oh, they're being pushed to the limits.
La.
Don't worry about it. La.
Whoa.
Oh, you're whooping ass, guys. You're welcome.
How do you feel about the new song?
I like it a lot.
Doodle-doo.
I think I needed more
Whoa.
Kellen Quinniness to it.
Sonic did the cool, like, shoulder move. Oh, look at him.
Oh.
He's so cool. Look at him
He's
doing
like,
cool.
oh, look, I don't have to do anything, and I'll beat you.
Because he's so cool. Sonic.
He's just that strong.
Oh, look, now he's gonna. Oh, and now he's. Oh, Sonic, careful. Oh, no.
Sonic, you fool.
Sonic.
Just let it hit the shield. They're strong.
Right, there's a big shield. You don't have to. Oh, Sonic, there's a
guess
singer
it's-
going rah rah. Why? Oh no, Sonic, you're gonna
Like,
die. Oh,
For all the nonsense this update puts you through, this stuff sure is cool.
yeah.
Sure is pretty damn cool. Kind of worth it, I guess.
It's like, oh, I got hurt, but now I'm regular Sonic again, and then now I'm more Super Sonic again.
Good thing I had enough rings. Whoa.
And if you don't have enough rings, you just die there.
Right.
I learned that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because since I took so long trying to figure out what I was supposed to do, that I got hit by that attack, and because I had so few rings, I died right at that moment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow. Speaking
The
of
more you know.
running out of rings, you only got 90 rings.
No, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Are you gonna die?
Don't worry about it.
What?
What? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
Push the thing. Do the thing. Oh, now he's like trying to hold up a. Oh, wait. Oh, Sonic. Okay. Oh,
Look how cool I am, guys. I'm good at the game.
you're doing cool things.
I wanted to try and show off everything it can do easily. Like, he grips Sonic and smacks him to the ground, and he attacks the shield. And I was like, no. I'll just show all the cool stuff instead.
Get his
and look
ass.
really good at the game. And then we won.
Oh, you're doing a super kick. Oh, you super kicked him. Oh, there's a button.
Squid. Blah.
Oh.
See, guys, Anime Sonic's cool.
Sonic, it's now or
Now or never. He's like, well, I guess it's never.
I hate the overused term. Raw. I hate the overuse. I hate how absolutely overused raw is, but it's like, to be fair, this is the literal definition of hashtag raw. Also, remember when they said that? Oh, no more super forms, and now we have 2 super forms in the span of 10 minutes.
Oh.
David, is this supposed to be a Sonic the Comic reference?
Oh boy.
Is this
His
Dark
eyes
Super?
go all swirly?
Is this Dark Super Sonic?
UK Sonic fans, they're just like, we need a bone, and we're gonna make a bone wherever we can find it.
Right.
God bless them.
I thought maybe this whole thing was a reference to Shadow, because Shadow has a gun, and in this game, Sonic becomes a bullet in a gun.
Whoa.
He's like, I don't need a gun, Shadow. I am the gun.
He spends all that time aiming just for him to go out like that anyway.
Whoa, he did it.
Now I destroyed the moon.
Right.
Get fucked, Sage. We don't need your emotional sacrifice. We have Dirty Supersonic now. Third form?
Oh, man. I want to play the game like that.
Just like in Spider-Man, that did battle damaged Sonic.
And he just flies down to Casinopolis and takes a shower.
That was like a reverse of the classic Superman shot when he like flies across the earth.
Oh, he's
they're
now.
gone again. God damn it. We just got those back.
Chaos Emerald said, fuck this guy.
But he's lemony
Are they
fresh
locked
now.
up? It turns out that there's another secret Starfall Island and they're all locked in there now.
No.
Frontiers 2.
I just had the craziest dream.
Who am I?
I dreamed
And you guys were all there.
Yeah, you were intangible, and you were intangible, and I think you were.
The end. Wow, how lovely.
It's not sad anymore.
They did. Oh, she landed.
Interesting.
You did well, Sage. It's time to head.
Can't believe they yassified Sage in the same game she was introduced. By God.
I like the sound of that. Father.
Oh, she did land. I guess she's not in the cyberspace anymore.
And she's completely white now. She's not
yeah.
she's not flickering between black and white anymore.
Right. So now she's what? Good and pure, and wants to.
Help
She
his
cooked
help
for
Eggman
Eggman?
take over the world.
She's like, yay. Oh.
Well,
Oh, I guess that's it.
that was the final horizon.
Right.
It's a way better final boss fight than the main game's final boss fight, but I gotta say the emotional beats of the main regular ending kind of hit way better for me than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah, having Sage have that sacrifice and having that Eggman moment, yeah, that hits a lot harder. But yeah, just the fight itself is significantly better than Ikaruga.
Yeah. No offense, Ikaruga.
It also makes me. It also kind of, this ending kind of retroactively confirms what I had like assumed was that, because the ending of Regular Frontiers has Eggman rebuilding Sage, and so I always just assumed that it's like the next game Sage is just gonna be back, like just as new. And now the fact that we have this ending, I feel like that's basically going to be like, so either ending can work of just being like, Eggman has Sage now, and they just go from there. So you can just kind of like headcanon either ending, and it'll work no matter what.
I guess. Although, at the end of the original ending, when it's like, he found part of her still there, it's like, well, what part of her did he find? Is it all of Sage? Is it just part of Sage? Like, how is Sage going to interact with everyone once they realize she's still alive? There were a lot of doors open, like, what will this form of Sage be? What will her relationship be with the
Nope,
cast.
Closing that
Here-
door.
No.
Closing that door.
Yeah, here it's like, no, she's perfectly fine. She's apparently better than ever because now she's not blinking between red and white, and
Which,
she's
I mean,
gonna
to
live
be
with Eggman,
fair-
and he's gonna make her pancakes, and they're gonna.
Which I mean, to be fair, is basically what I'm with Shadow anyway. So it is normal in this universe of people being like, oh, a character comes back to life. We don't question it.
David, was that an IHOP Amy reference?
Whoa, I have Amy.
Whoa!
Well, but I mean, the thing with Shadow is like they stretched out like, what is he? What's his mystery? Here, they don't even like, because they've changed the ending. Presumably, the next time we see Sage, which I guess is in Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, she's just Sage. Like, I would assume it's this Sage at the beginning, if we're talking it from a purely canonical stance.
Well,
Because it makes a lot more
that's where they'll-
sense for not dead Sage to just be hanging out and nobody's questioning it. Dead Sage showing up after, it's like, well, what does that mean? God, Here it's like, oh, okay, she's just there, living with
Well, hang
Eggman.
That's what they'll explore, like the morality of Eggman being like, I have to reset her programming
at
to make her evil.
at the end of Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, was Sage in a white dress or black dress?
She was wearing the like just the like she was wearing a t-shirt. She was wearing a different t-shirt. I forgot what it said, but I know she was.
Different outfit. It fit entirely.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Let's see.
That.
Let me. I'm gonna.
Yeah, let's look it up.
Oh, she's wearing a white shirt that says "Let's go, Dad"
Yes,
with the red corruption.
I knew it. Yeah.
Oh.
So she's like evil Sage.
Evil Sage. Oh, man. So how does that Sage even fits into anything? I guess the answer is it doesn't. Sorry, Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is incompatible.
Are we in the everything is canon timeline? Like, is this real or is this fun? I don't know anymore.
I don't.
Murder?
I guess I just curious what they're gonna do with Sage next time. Wherever she shows up, because now she's just fine.
I want to see someone risky enough to put out the bet that she just won't come back in the next main series game. I want to see who's putting money down on that bet. Because it'd be really funny if they were right. I'd be sad, but it'd be really funny. Oh, more story.
Oh, never bet more than you're willing to lose. So I'll bet $5 that she doesn't come back.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's the price of the okayest tier on Patreon.
Okay, who wants to bet that on Styx coming back in the next game?
Now there's a bet.
Because we get the big old name drop here.
The only things I would be safe putting money in is Shadow, and I say Sage is coming back for sure, and Shadow will be in the next game. Everything else, I'm like pretty much like, I don't know. I could believe either or.
Let's all go our separate ways and then meet up later for a Tales 2.
Whoa!
Hi, guys.
That's right. Tales 2 does take place after this, where it feels like they haven't learned anything.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, well, guys, after our big old adventure where we all at the end said, hey, we're going to go our separate ways and learn stuff and come back completely changed, I went, what if we had another nostalgia trip? Oh, God.
Well, what if we came by my house to watch MP4s of ourselves?
Remember this? Hey, remember the Chaotix? Hey, remember Superstar? Remember Trip? We won't say her by name because she's not shown off yet. Spoiler.
It reminds me a little of sometimes when I'd go over to Garrus and TJ would have his phone out. He'd be like watching our videos. They'd be like, what are you doing, TJ?
What?
TJ, what are you doing? We're together right now.
He couldn't get enough. He needed to do stereo.
But Steven wasn't there. He had to
from
put
Tales 2.
yeah, but Steven wasn't there. He had to get Steven involved somehow.
Oh, true. Yeah, we needed the second Steven experience. Yeah, that's a good point. I was going to ask about Sonic Dream Team, which would presumably come after this, but I guess the Tales Tube was their next meeting, because I was like, I haven't seen anything from Dream Team that's like, oh, we had a big adventure and learned something. It's, I guess we're here in the Dream Zone. So I don't know how seriously we're meant to take any of that stuff, but they sure do put that ending in there twice, unchanged.
Yeah, I guess we won't really know until the next big Sonic game to get a sense of what's supposed to happen next and what matters and what doesn't. I hope it's meant to set something up, and that, you know, these side games, Murder of Sonic and Dream Team, it's just like, well, you know, those are side adventures. We're not meant to think as much about them. Like the big ones, you care about the big ones, and we're setting up something for the big one. But then I guess
like,
what would the big one be?
I feel like the most I can see is just being all like, oh, they end up going on their separate kind of like mini journeys, like kind of basically in between the games, and then when we see them in the next game, then it's like, oh, I was doing this off screen, or oh, now I'm like, oh, I've matured in some way. Like we might not get, because whether they're going to have a major focus or they're going to put a focus on new characters and they're not really going to be in it a lot. Again, I can believe either or at this point.
What they should do is release 3 Game Gear titles. One focuses on Tails, one on Knuckles, and one on Amy, and that's what takes place between Frontiers, and we'll call it Frontiers 2, even though it won't be called that. That's what I want.
It'd be kind of lit to actually just be like, we're making new Game Gear games. Fuck you.
Right. So I guess...
Is the Master System still being sold in Brazil?
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe. We could just put it on cartridge for them.
Oh, yeah. They won't have to, you know... they get the real experience. So it's
Oh, man.
yeah, I'm all for it. Right. So like an exploring Knuckles Game Gear game, right, where he's like, hey... maybe, you know, Angel Island floats over an island that's not floating. He's like, I'm going to take a look. And then Amy opens up a love church. I don't know. What would she do?
Love church?
Well, she wants to share love with the world, right?
Take me to the love church. Yeah.
Ooh.
And then Tails, man.
Well, Tails has just completely lost it, first of all.
Oh. I feel like they would accidentally make Sky Patrol 2 if we're talking Game Gear.
Right.
But hey, those are 3 ideas. Sega, call me?
I guess I wanted, like, oh, it's Sonic Frontiers Beyond the Frontiers comic, and we just get some canon side Sonic stories, but in comic form. Maybe that'd be a way to do it. I don't know how a game
I don't know.
does any
I mean,
of
the
this.
comic still hasn't caught up to this, so...
Yeah, we still know how IDW handles Frontiers, right?
That's right. IDW has not touched Frontiers at all. Maybe they will by the time this video's out.
Oh, that's what we can curse next. Very good. You know, David, that'd be almost as ridiculous as them announcing a new Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, and Shinobi by the end of the week.
Whoa. What?
Wouldn't that be weird?
That would be so weird. You know what would be even weirder? If there was like an award show that actually spent time on the awards.
I don't understand.
Oh.
What?
Well, you know, are you familiar with the Tonys?
Oh, new text, I think. Tony. Who's that?
He likes Broadway.
Oh.
The game saying, this is all your fault.
That's right. Oh, that's the end. Why? It should have went back to the title screen, and then you just sort of like...
I didn't want to show off that I only got one of the 2 medals for the extra stuff.
Oh.
Wait, fuck.
Now you...